Hey everyone, and welcome to Women Who Rock the Rich Center. It's the show where we highlight a female member of the Rich Center team. Today we are joined by Tia May. Tia, let's rock.
Let's rock.
Tia, can you tell us a little bit about your role and how many years you've been at the Rich Center?
So I am the administrator for the first floor. I supervise the K through 5 program here at the Rich Center. And I've been here for about 20 years. I'll be going into my 20th year in the fall.
That's some serious dedication, Tia. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Why did you choose to bring your skills to the Rich Center? Was there something specific that made you want to be here?
Well, right out of college, I had started working in preschool. I was working as a preschool teacher, and I had 2 students that had autism. So I heard of a opening here at the Rich Center after I graduated, and I applied, got the job, and I've been here ever since.
So you had a little bit of experience with autism before getting here?
Just a little bit, but that first classroom experience here, it really kind of changed my career path. Like I was planning to go right into general education and working with those students in my first class here at the Rich Center. Like I said, I changed my career path.
Well, we're sure glad you came over here, Tia. Thank you for doing that. What has been your favorite memory or moment at the Rich Center over those 20 years and why? Can you pick one?
I don't know if I could pick one. I have 2.
Sure.
So the first one would be like back when I first started, maybe my 3rd or 2nd year here. They used to have a fundraiser called, it was I can't even remember what it was called.
What was it about? What was it like?
The variety show. It was a Rich Center variety show. So they had different performers come up there. They had a musician, they had a magician. They had like classrooms perform. And I remember my first year as a lead teacher, we actually got my classroom to participate. And it was real cute. There was a song that the kids had been working on all year that they absolutely loved. It was a Sesame Street song. And one of the parents actually built like one of those saloon doors.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then like we had the kids like act out the song that they loved, and it was like go through, go around, go to the right, go to the left. So it was kind of like showing what they had learned throughout the school year and just demonstrating that for the people at the variety
That's
show.
A great memory. Cute. That is a great memory. What is something you'd like to tell people about autism who probably aren't familiar with autism spectrum disorder?
Autism is exactly that. It's a spectrum disorder. There's varying levels to it. There can be issues with communication, sensory issues where students have heightened or decreased issues with sensitivity, such as lights or sounds or even texture. Communication, like I said, social cues, just interacting with people or picking up on basic social cues that you and I would find easy to navigate.
Each person diagnosed with autism, they're their own individual.
It's individualized. And when you say that you've met one person with autism, you have truly met one person with autism because it's so individualized.
Got it. Yeah. How can we increase awareness of what autism is and how it affects those individuals diagnosed with autism and their families?
So to build awareness, I would say you would really have to just do your own research, or the rates have changed, and I think it's like 1 in 32 people.
1 in 36, yeah.
1 in 36 children have autism. So you've probably come across someone who has autism, either a neighbor, a family member, or someone that you know from your community. And just like getting to know like them is a good way to increase your awareness. And then also just following community organizations on social media and sharing things that they post, whether it be about events that they have coming up or fundraising opportunities. Share that with your friends so they can, just increase the awareness of what those organizations are and what they bring to the community.
Don't shy away from it. Don't be afraid of it just because you don't know. Do the work, right? Make an effort to learn about it and become aware.
Take that extra step. And I would also say it's important to educate your children as well, because children, just to know about the differences of other people and just to always be kind and respectful of people with differences.
Absolutely. Always be kind.
Yes.
So do you have a Rich Center success story featuring maybe a particular classroom that you worked with or a student that you'd like to share with us?
Yes. So I always have more than one story, probably because I've been here for so long, but my first class here at the Rich Center. It was an awesome learning experience. And like I said, I just graduated from YSU. I had come from teaching preschool. And that classroom, it holds like a very special place in my heart. I worked with Miss Renee. Miss Jana, she's still here as well. She was my first lead teacher here at the center. And the kids in that class, there was one little boy in there. And every time I see his mom, she makes me cry because she always talks about how I helped build her son's confidence and taught him how to read. And once he was able to read, he was able to figure out how to navigate different things in his education. And he became so good that he was able to go back to
That has to be such a confidence booster and like a sense of freedom once they learn that skill of reading. That I can only imagine. That has to feel so good for you as somebody who's been involved in that.
I have another student success story from the first class that I was actually a lead teacher in. And he actually went back to district and graduated and went on to college at Notre Dame.
Wow. Yeah. That is a success story. That is so awesome. That is great. Well, as you know, we have Rock the Rich Center happening in May, and both of our performers are literally women who rock. Do you have a favorite female musician that you'd like to tell us about?
I have a few.
Sure. Who are they?
I love Beyonce. She's my absolute favorite at the moment. But just singers overall, like I love Mary J. Blige and Janet Jackson.
Oh, I like Janet too. That's a good answer.
Who else? Chrisette Michelle, Amy Winehouse. Like I love. Those are my favorites.
Those are women who absolutely bring it with their performances. I love it. Do you have a favorite song? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a female musician. If so, that's awesome. But is there a song that really resonates with you?
No, I can resonate to anything. I just love music. As you can tell, I have a wide variety of female artists that I listen to. I can probably sing every song on their album.
I'm the same way. I'm like a variety, you know? So I don't know if you've been to one recently. Maybe you have. But concert experiences. Do you have a favorite concert that you've gone to and why?
I've been to quite a few concerts. My first concert experience ever in life, I had to have been maybe 5 or 6. My dad and mom took me to see Michael Jackson.
Oh my goodness! You've got that's your first concert.
That was my very first concert.
That's like you can't top that. That's like the best first.
But
concert.
I can. Okay. I've been to Beyonce. Her last concert, Renaissance, was the best concert experience ever. But my favorite experience was I was at a family reunion in Detroit and just walking around. We were actually staying at the same hotel that Usher and Janet Jackson were staying in. It was like their concert together, and ran into Usher in the hotel.
Oh my goodness.
But then we were walking around, my cousin and I, and a man just walked up to us and he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to buy tickets? I have tickets to the concert tonight." And we were just there for a family reunion. So we're like, "Hey, yeah, we'll go." And he was like, "Well, I'll give them both to you for $80. And my mom was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Mom, please." And I was like 18, maybe 19 at this point. So she bought the tickets for me, and she had an older cousin take me to the concert. And we didn't even look at the tickets. We were just happy we were going. Turns out it was front row, center stage, ticket seats 1 and 2. Like,
how do you get that lucky?
I don't know. I think it had to have been like somebody from the radio station or something. So we went down there, and like I literally, like, that was the best concert because it was where I was sitting.
And it just fell into your lap.
Aretha Franklin was sitting behind us.
No.
She was like 7 rows behind us. But that was a really, really, really good concert.
Well, you've definitely seen some star power in your concert going experiences. Yes. That's so cool. Well, I want to end this with a final question, sort of open-ended for you. I mean, is there anything that we haven't discussed or anything that I haven't asked you? I mean, do you want to add anything about the Rich Center, autism spectrum disorder, anything at all?
No, I absolutely love the Rich Center. This is a great place to be. We see so many improvements in our students, and I think that's what really kind of drives us to do what we do, just seeing their successes and being a part of that and helping their families navigate through that as well. But yeah, the Rich Center is like a family vibe, and I feel honored to be a part of this program.
Well, Tia, thank you for me. Thank you for all that you've done for me. Thank you for all that you've done for the Rich Center. And Tia, you rock.
Thank you.